Hey everybody, Dave coming to you live from the 2015 High Times Cannabis Cup, Ohm Healing TV, here with the man, the myth, the legend, Editor-in-Chief of High Times Magazine, Mr. Dan Skye. Hey, Dan, how are you? I'm doing phenomenal. Now, for those of you who know and who don't know of Dan, this is a long time coming, this interview for our channel, and there's so many things going on. I guess first, to save time and get right to it, what do you see right now, Dan? I mean, this is the biggest, I would say, we have 400 vendors at this event right now?
Right. 400 vendors here. We have about 5,000 people here right now, and the crowd's growing. You know, it's having a great afternoon here. It's showcasing the very, very best cannabis merchandise of Northern California and beyond. Really, we couldn't be happier with this turnout.
I mean, and we're not even legalized yet. So how do you see, as the critical mass develops and moves into space, one, how do you see these events changing and growing? With now we have Portland coming off, now we have different cities coming off on that side, from not just the vendors, but what do we see happening as far as getting the right team in place to expand into all the other states? What's your vision for this for 2016?
Well, you know, I think California leads the way, and I think if everybody gets on board here in this state, you got, what do you have, 36, 40 million people here in this state? That's a huge chunk of the population. So how California goes, so goes the rest of the nation. So we have a number of legalization panels going on here today, trying to get people to unify and realize how important this is. These are our rights. These are our basic rights, not just to smoke a joint, but this is just basic freedom. We should be allowed to treat our bodies exactly how we wish. This is a harmless substance, and it's a helpful substance. So this is what this trade show is all about. That's really what you can call it. It's a trade show. We have 400 vendors, as I say, showcasing the best cannabis merchandise, and this is the foundation of the new cannabis economy.
Right. Well, many would even say that High Times itself, being the oldest, the longest in the game with the most influence, it's almost like you're a lobbyist unto yourself. If you guys have seen the most recent issue with Obama on the cover, that influence. So if you would, comment on not only that influence, but I guess how you see the magazine and some of it, like you just did, you had Susan Sarandon in the issue, you had Obama on the cover. You got to be excited. What's the vision looking like as far as how the journalistic, those things are changing with the idea that says that we can influence what's going on? Are you feeling that?
Well, High Times has always been an advocacy magazine. We're a political magazine first and foremost. We're advocating personal freedom. We should be able to do what the hell you want, and the hell with anybody else that tries to stop you. Just be responsible. Don't hurt other people. Very, very simple philosophy. That's High Times. Right now, I think High Times is reflecting the culture. We've been at this 40 years, and people believe us. People realize that we're an honest magazine. We're telling the truth about what the government is doing, why they do it. We're not just about marijuana itself. We're covering the political culture in this country, and a lot of things got to change, and a lot of people get complacent. So we still have to sound the warning call to everyone that our personal freedoms are at stake. That's what High Times is about. So cannabis represents that.
Right. Now, we have a lot of people not in California, not in Colorado, not in Washington, et cetera, who, they enjoy this. It helps them in a part of their holistic health. It helps them in different areas of their life. What would you say to somebody who's not in a state like this, who wants to expand more into things, wants to maybe get into growing? What would you say from a personal aspect of dealing with that for themselves, but then also as far as step two, them going to their local government? What would you say are two pertinent steps for those?
Well, to get into the industry, the number one point is it's good to live in a legal state. That'll help you out quite a bit. But remember, there are a lot of talents you can bring to this industry. If you're an accountant, come to this industry. If you know about food, if you're a chef, come to this industry. There are all kinds of things, ancillary businesses that are cropping up right now around marijuana. The main thing is just read up, tell people about cannabis. I mean, if you use it, I mean, tell your local politicians that we got to do something about it. Tell them about the tax revenue that can be earned. I mean, it's it's grassroots all the way. It always has been. I mean, this has been going on since the hippie hemp rallies of the '80s, when they had a hemp tour going around the country. Right now, look, we got big business going on here. There's no turning back, but we want to make sure that we still have a level playing field with every industry that's out there. Not be overtaxed, and be able to use banks as we wish, be able to get loans if we wish. So there's a lot of things that really have to be corrected still.
Absolutely. Well, to close out, if there's one thing that you could share with these guys that you are absolutely most excited about, that you just want everyone to know, that you're telling everyone here, something current event, whatever it is, something you're really stoked about, what would that be?
Jeez, I'll tell you. All I know is that this is all I can say is I'm walking around here. You know, we go to cup after cup after cup after cup, and Northern California has some very beautiful women, and that's, you know, I really have to say that. And they're, you know, all different types, natural looking, high class looking girls. I mean, just really great looking women. And this is the funny thing: is you go around the country, you see bud tenders who, because guys like to talk to women, and women like to talk to women. But women don't necessarily want to talk to men when they're buying pot. So you see lots of beautiful bud tenders, and we see a lot the beauty factor invading our industry. I think it's a wonderful thing.
I just met Miss High Times 2013 over there. So this man tells the truth. Come hang out with us, and we look forward to seeing you guys on the next video. Ohm Healing and Wellness, Dan Skye, we are out. Thank you, my brother.
My pleasure. Thank you.